An agent checks in with a client currently in the minors.
Time for
let's play ball. You're out. He's out.
Stepping up now, Juan Ramos. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The designated hitter.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They've been hot of late, winners in 4 straight.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now, and this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. Mark, how do they bounce back and avoid the dreaded sweep?
Yeah, Matty, without question right here. This lineup's been struggling. Some bad approaches at the plate from top to bottom. They need the first 2 guys in the order to ignite this offense if they're going to have a chance of breaking out of this malaise.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. 1 out, nobody on. Hard sinker misses 2-2.
Hey, 1 down now, 1 down.
Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Settling in now, Guillermo Mejia, and check out the recent numbers. Clearly providing a lot of thump at the plate right now. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Heredia is under this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side. Here's Yonder Alonso. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night.
The first baseman.
In there, 0-1.
Alonso.
Line hard toward right center. And a dive, but he comes up empty, and this is big trouble now out in right center.
Cut it right there.
And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Now that's the way you answer. They're down 1-0 already, but he laces the double and puts himself in the scoring position. That'll get the dugout fired up and excited to punch back. His approach to the plate right here has to be to the right side. If he gets it through the infield, that tying run might come around, but at the very least, that would get the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
Alonso stands at second with no outs. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Standing in, David Villarreal, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
Everything looked routine until the throw. He just rocketed that thing directly over the first baseman's head. I mean, he's a pretty good athlete, but he had absolutely no chance to come down with that one.
Dave Roberson comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Second and third here, one man out. Strike three called, and now he's one out away from getting out of this. Stepping up to the plate, Dwayne Turley, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Cuevas is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there. Now to the plate, Kyle Higashioka comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game.
Kyle Higashioka.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one will track it down. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And now it'll rattle up against the wall.
Managers these days like to think of that 9-hole hitter as the second leadoff man, and he plays the role pretty well right here. Gets the leadoff double, and now he gives the real leadoff man a chance to bring him home.
Higashioka leads off second with nobody out. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hit down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Working for the punch out and the offering, and he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. Striding in, Philip Sasaki. 0-for-1 for him here in this one.
Sasaki.
First delivery to him on the way. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Guillermo Mejia.
Lifted the other way to left center. Cuevas is in pursuit. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now, working the edges, taking the corners, but he left this one right over the plate, and it cost him with an RBI extra base hit right there.
Plays at first now.
First pitch on its way. In there, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Mine.
Heredia is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Digging in for his second at-bat, Gio Urshela comes into this at-bat 0-for-1 in the ballgame. And he popped him up. But this will land untouched. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. And now a pitch on the way. Hot shot on the ground is short. And that's out number 1. Striding in once again, David Villarreal. He's 0-for-1 thus far. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dave Roberson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, and he was.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Into the box now, Dwayne Turley. He'll
Leading
start
off
things
for the
out in the
Rail
home
Riders,
half of inning number
the
5.
shortstop,
He'll start him
Dwayne
here with a changeup, but it's
Turley.
taken for ball 1. A ball and a strike. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball
Now
game.
batting,
First
the
offering
catcher,
on its way.
Kyle.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Here we go, guys.
Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. Here it comes. This is skied into short left center. Cuevas on the move. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Juan Ramos. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Coming to the plate now, Philip Sasaki. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Terrible, but they're certainly... Oh, and he can't come up with it. And a great job to stick with it here as he gets the first out of the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Guillermo Mejia. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Guillermo.
And they start him out away with a called strike. Sharp ground ball to third. Raimo is right there on to first, and there were 2 down. Now at the plate, Yonder Alonso. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
Hey, plays at 1
Bases
now.
are empty here with 2 men out. He pulls this one into right. And Alonso's going to have himself
no
a base hit.
No runner, cut it.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Cuevas will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 7th inning coming up. Indianapolis leads it 7-1. Digging in, David Villarreal. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Hit sharply, but foul down the right side.
Villarreal.
And he fouls this one off. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. Stepping into the box, Dave Roberson. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And he takes a called strike, 0-1.
Straight up, up.
Popped up, Fernandez in foul ground. He dives, but he can't make the catch. It's a foul ball. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Oh, he thought he had him right there. I did too, but no dice.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. Here's the first pitch to him.
Shortstop, Dwayne.
Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey,
Two out, nobody on. Right down the chute that time. One and two.
Here we go, fellas. Let's go.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. So coming to the plate, Kyle Higashioka. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Lifted into the air out towards center field. And that'll get down for a base
hey, no
hit.
runner. Hold it, hold it.
To the plate now is the designated hitter,
batter,
Juan Ramos. 0 for 3 with a couple of
hitter.
strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game.
Ramos.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now. Digging in to try it again, Philip Sasaki. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
Heading out towards shallow right, Sandoval has a play, and that's the 3rd out. 1 hit's all they get. We've played 8 full. Indianapolis is out in front, 9-1. At the plate, Guillermo Mejia starting things for his side.
For the Rail Riders, the center fielder, Guillermo Mejia.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing
Here now
something
is our
right.
final line
Great
score.
team effort.
9-1.
This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them.
minor league baseball. Now at the plate, Stephen Blair, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For Columbus, the center fielder, Stephen
Dan Dero, we take a look at our home nine as they take the field here today. Despite that loss last time out, they've been one of the hottest teams around, winning 8 in a row before that.
What an opportunity to get a chance to put our eyeballs on one of the best teams in baseball right now. This team has played so well. Their manager has been on point. Every move he makes is working. Timely hitting, great defense, good bullpen. The starters have been on point. This is going to be special.
Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Right fielder.
Yeah, Matty, this lineup has struggled to score runs the last couple games. Last 3 to 4 games to be exact. They're going to have to manufacture it in a different way. Can't wait for that 2-3 run homer. They're going to have to get guys on base, put the defense on their heels a little bit, maybe a little hit and run, maybe a little old school baseball.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. So digging in now, Lionel Rogers. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Hey, 2 here.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This is pulled into right, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least one more batter. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Kevin Sanchez. He'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. In now, Philip Rainey.
Batting fifth.
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Rainey.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Hey, I love the location right there. Maybe that extra base hit was a big wake-up call to get it going.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no. Here's the first pitch to him.
Leading off for Columbus, the catcher.
A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Outside part of the plate. The changeup is in there. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Hey, let's go right here.
First pitch of the at-bat.
The shortstop.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Strike 2.
Man, you find yourself down 0-2 after 2 great executed pitches right there. Got to look for something up. Might have to tip your hat if he can stay down below the knees like that.
And 2 quick outs here in the second. First offering on its way.
The third baseman.
Changeup called strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Hit back up the middle. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 2-2. Now batting, Darnell Sweeney. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie.
Number 43.
Hey, no outs now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Ready now, Stephen Blair. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Hey, all right, here we go now.
Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, we got one out here.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this is foul near the seats. Fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
And that's the second out. Now at the plate, Barney McClendon. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
He's certainly done an amazing job right here, grinding to get early 2 outs with the number 2 hitter and the middle of the order lurking. He would love to see 3, 4, 5 with no one on base next inning.
2 down, 2 down.
Now here's the ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So striding forward now, Lionel Rogers. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Sweat comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Kevin Sanchez. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. No balls and 1 strike. Line to the right side, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
No runner, no runner. Cut, hold.
Stepping in, Philip Rainey, who looked to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Strike called. Now the throw down is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. Sinker gets the outside for a strike.
All right, as a hitter right here, you got to know he's throwing you tough pitches. He does not want to miss over the heart of the plate. That's when you...
And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Taking another look at it, the ball has some topspin on it, but he's on the full run and dives to make the catch. Nice defensive play right there.
Here's the first pitch to him. No balls and a strike to count.
You could tell he was guessing right there, and he certainly wasn't guessing changeup. That pitch was in his wheelhouse, and he was late.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Digging in now, number 7. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Liner towards second, but this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out. Coming to the plate now, Johnny Portillo. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Well located changeup on that one as it catches the black for a called strike. Rolled slowly down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Stepping into the box, Darnell Sweeney comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Sweeney is a guy that can really pick him up and put him down, if you will. He's a plus runner and really uses speed to his advantage in multiple ways on the field.
Yeah, and it works for him. It works for him in a lot of ways, like you said, Matty. Hits the ball on the ground. He has the potential to beat it out. I can't tell you what this does for an infield or an outfield defense.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike three, and that will retire the side. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Stephen Blair.
The center fielder.
0-1 the count.
Blair.
Line down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. This is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And he dives, but he can't make the play. It lands foul. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Great arm action on that two-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
Takes this the other way to right, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. So the leadoff man's aboard in their half of the sixth inning. Ready for another chance? Barney McClendon. He flew out in his last at-bat.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Behind 0-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game. Into the box now, Lionel Rogers.
The first
and a fastball's in there for strike one.
Hey, that's going to throw the batter's game plan off a little bit. He thinks sinker's coming. Double play situation. He gets the ordinary fastball. He's got to be thinking what's coming next.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline.
I know he fouled that pitch off right there, but he was definitely out in front. He was cheating to a heater, no question about it.
Chang backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. So here's the cleanup hitter, Kevin Sanchez. He singled his last time up. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. That misses. 2-0.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit?
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base. The set and the 2-1. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. 2-2 the pitch. Lifted into center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Digging in the switch hitter, Philip Rainey. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
No, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
Ready once again, Miguel Caruso.
Catcher, Miguel.
Off the plate and low here, ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Right side. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of
Now pitching for your Indianapolis Indians, 3, Ryan Green.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Well, it wasn't exactly a dominant outing, but he did pitch well, got him into the 7th inning, and kept his guys in the lead, and he'll take home the win because of it.
Indianapolis Indians, 3 runs.